Hello everyone, so today's a special day because the International Booker longlist was announced. I believe it was announced this morning, but I wasn't at work, so I had to wait until now to check it out. But yeah, let's do this. I'm excited. If I'm looking down, it's because my computer is there, so that's where I have the list. Wow, there is a lot of things that I did not expect. Okay, let's. I don't think I predicted one single one of them right. The first one is Ninth Building by So Jingxi, translated by Jeremy Tiang. And this is a collection of vignettes based on the author's life in China during the Cultural Revolution. I mean, Cultural Revolution in China sounds good, but vignettes is not my thing, so I think I'll pass on that one. Then A System So Magnificent It Is Blinding, which I've never heard about, by Amanda Svensson, translated by Nicholas Maley. And this joyful family saga about free will, forgiveness, and interconnection poses a question. Are we free to create our own destinies, or are we just part of a system beyond our control? In October 1989, a set of triplets is born, and it is at this moment their father chooses to reveal his affair. Pandemonium ensues. Yeah, not sure about this one. The covers looks very not International Booker like also, but that's let's not judge by the cover. But yeah, I'm not very sure about these triplets and family saga sound fun, but yeah, I'm not sure it's my thing. The next one is Stillborn by Guadalupe Netal, translated by Rosalind Harvey. I have seen this one going around, and this says that the fourth novel explores one of life's most consequential decisions, whether or not to have children. Alina and Laura are independent and career-driven women in the mid-30s, neither of whom have built their future around the prospect of a family. Laura has taken drastic decision to be sterilized, but as time goes by, Alina becomes down to the idea of becoming a mother. This does sound more interesting to me. I think motherhood is something that has been explored lately more than it used to be. It just seemed to be something that people assume that women have to be mothers, and now it's more of a thing not to want children. So I think this sounds interesting to me. Yes, I do think this one sounds interesting. I think I have seen mixed reviews of it, so I'm not sure, but from what I've seen so far, it does look interesting. The next one is Pyre by Perumal Murugan, translated by Anirudharan Vasudevan, which I have also never seen. Young love is pitted against social discrimination in Perumal Murugan's powerful and compelling novel set in rural Tamil Nadu in 1980s. Okay, so this seems to be a romance with people from different castes in Tamil Nadu in India, and that puts them in trouble. Yeah, I'm up for this one. I'm not against this one. I think it sounds interesting enough to try it out. It seems to be a lot of Fitzcarraldo, not surprisingly, but not the ones I thought they were going to be. The next one is While We Were Dreaming by Clemens Meyer, translated by Cathy Derbyshire. Startled, raw, and deeply moving, this extraordinary debut novel from one of Germany's most ambitious writers is full of passion, hope, and despair. Rico, Mark, Paul, and Daniel were 13 when the Berlin Wall fell in autumn 1989. Growing up in Leipzig at the time of reunification, they dreamed of a better life somewhere beyond the brewery quarter. Maybe? I don't know. This one sounds like coming of age novel, which I'm not always the most into. But I like the background of 1989 in Eastern Germany. This one I think I will wait for the reviews. The next one is The Birthday Party by Lauren Mauvignier, translated by Daniel Lavin Becker. This gripping tale of violent interruptions of the past into the present for a major contemporary French writer is a deft unraveling of the stories we hide from others and from ourselves. Okay, this sounds kind of thrillery and kind of family drama. Not particularly into that. That one doesn't appeal to me. The next one is Jimi Hendrix Lives in Lviv by Andrei Kurkov, translated by Revan Wally. Shot through with Kurkov's unique brand and block of humor and vodka-fueled magic realism, Jimi Hendrix Lives in Lviv is an affectionate portrait of one of the world's most intriguing cities. I mean, I guess we had to expect a Ukrainian novel, maybe. And I have read Andrei Kurkov before, and I'm interested in this. I didn't love Grey Bees, but I thought it was an interesting one. So maybe this one would also be interesting. Yeah, I'm not against this one either. The next one is Mother Dead by Vigdis Hjort, translated by Charlotte Barslund. To mother is to murder, or close enough, thinks Johanna as she looks at the spelling of the two words in Norwegian. Recently widowed, Johanna is back in Oslo after a long absence to prepare for a retrospective of her art. The subject of her work is motherhood, and some of her more controversial paintings have brought about a dramatic rift between parent and child. A lot of motherhood stuff in this list, at least two of them. It's about how you parent rather than whether or not you should become a parent. So yeah, this one doesn't particularly appeal to me. The next one is Standing Heavy, written by Gauth and translated by Frank Wine. Frank Wine has been in the International Booker on a regular basis by now, I think. A unique insight into everything that passes under a security guard's gaze, which also serves as a surly witty deconstruction of colonial legacies and capitalist consumption. So this one is from Ivory Coast and the French immigration policy. Yeah, that sounds interesting. This does sound interesting. So it's basically about what people go through when they try to migrate from a post-colonial country to the colonizer country. Yeah, I'm down for that. Time Shelter, I've seen a lot. I didn't put in my list, but yeah, I've seen a lot, and it's written by Gregory Gospodinov and translated by Angela Rodel, and this sounds very interesting to me as well. So this is about, says, a clinic for the past offers a promising treatment for Alzheimer's sufferers. Each floor produces a decade in minute detail, transporting patients back in time. So it kind of, it's according to Book the Booker's review of this, it's about people, which country decides which decade is best in their eyes for their country, and yeah, like what we actually consider to be the best time in our lives, and what does it mean for babies, for example, if we randomly decide to go back to the 80s, stuff like that. Yeah, this one sounds very interesting to me, and I'm really looking forward to that one. The next one is The Gospel According to the New World by Marise Conde and translated by Richard Felcox. I have read by Marise Conde before, and I've liked it, but it was not that impressive, amazingly impressive to me. This one says, a miracle baby is rumored to be the child of God. Award-winning Caribbean author Marise Conde follows his journey in search of his origins and mission. Yeah. This one, in principle, doesn't look super appealing to me because the topic is not what I'm drawn to. And yeah, Marise Conde I've liked, not loved, so not super into that one. The next one is Whale by Cheo Meng Kwang, translated by Ji Yong King. This one says an adventure satire of epic proportions which sheds new light of the changed Korea experience in its rapid transition from pre-modern to post-modern society. Set in a remote village in South Korea, Well follows the lives of three linked characters. It seems that the three characters are all connected to animals as well in one way or another. And it says that it's a very humorous book. This looks interesting to me as well. Also, I recently read Violent Phenomena that was about translation, and the fact that this has a translator with a Korean name as well is very interesting to me, because that doesn't seem to be the case often in publishing, and I would like to support that as well. So that one, it sounds good. And then the last one in this list is Boulder by Eva Baltasar, translated by Julia Sanchez. Eva Baltasar demonstrates her preeminence as a chronicle of queer voices navigating a hostile world in prose as brittle and beautiful as an ancient saga. So it seems to be about a lesbian couple that decides to move to Reykjavik together, and then Samsa, one of the women, announces that she wants to have a child, and she's already 40 and can't bear to let the opportunity pass her by. And Boulder, who is the other woman, is less enthused but doesn't know how to say no, and so she ends up going into motherhood, and that changes their dynamics. Again, another one about motherhood. As I said, the one that I'm most drawn to about motherhood is Stillborn from this list. So that one will be probably the one that I will pick up if I pick one up. But yeah, this one sounds more interesting than the other one. So yeah, those are my first impressions of these books. Some interesting ones, some not so. As I said in my plans for the year, I don't plan to read everything this year, just because I have other priorities this year. But some of them do look interesting, so I might pick up some of them. Also, big mentions, there doesn't seem to be the classical big chunker trilogy kind of thing. I think the chunkiest one seems to be While We Were Dreaming. I don't know how big it is, let me check. Yeah, 528 pages, that's the longest one, which doesn't, last year we had 2 books over 700 pages, so that doesn't seem too big. The other thing, Nights of Plague by Yoram Pamuk is not here, which was one of the chunkers, and I'm happy about that. It would have been easier because I have read that one, but I didn't like it very much, and I didn't think it deserved to be in the list, so I'm cautiously happy that it's not here. So yeah, as I said, I might pick up, I think I'm interested in 6 of them, 6 of 13, so half of the list, which I might or might not pick up. But it also depends a lot on the library. The library doesn't technically have a lot of translated books as much as I would want, and I don't think many of them will be there, so we will see, but maybe I will read some of them from script or something. Yeah, we will have to see, but so far, I think I'm interested in about half of them that I would maybe pick up. I will keep you updated on what I actually pick up and what I don't, and if you have any preferences or any thoughts on this list, let me know. I would love to know, and until next video, bye!